Alright, what's up you guys? Time for another video. Before I do another video, I might as well crack a joke about something. I don't know if this happens to you guys, you know, any of you guys, if you want to do a video, say you're not even on YouTube, you want to do a video to send your family on social media. Or this also happens when you're maybe carrying something, maybe a couple jugs of milk down the street, I don't know, or carrying bags from Walmart. Just because, say you want to make a video or do that, no other time you'll get some kind of itch on your face or some kind of little bug or gnat or something just crawl right on your nose, right close enough to say, oh, you're ready to do this in the video. You don't want to put that in the video, and then you're look like you're, and they might say, oh, what's he doing, picking his nose or something. And in that case, instead of doing the video over, if something like that, an itch or something, or messes up your video, you almost want to say, just get it over with and go like this and be silly. Like, go like this with your finger and go jokingly, oh yeah, I'm just gonna, oh, nice big booger, and just peeing, you know, joke it on. Anyway, yeah, like, ready to start a video, sometimes that happens, you know, some kind of itch near your nose and pay attention. But anyway, this video, I want to, a couple commenters on a particular videos of mine about how things are. I brought up something with them and I promised I'd make a video about it. Another thing that's not conspiracy theory anymore because it's getting part of our actual TV news. Well, I talked about two things. I'm going to talk about the one first. One of the things I was saying were electromagnetic warfare and like sound and all that. Some of our diplomats are getting sick and having things happen to them. That's been getting on the news, and then they're denying it, like where we're sending some of our diplomats and different things. So, and you got to figure out, people have that shit, you know, like sound cannons and different things to disperse crowds, whether it's ones that make really piercing sounds. You got shit now that can, from anywhere, it don't got to be, you know, audible, loud sounds that will make you sick. It's a fact now, too, if you look it up. But I'm not going to talk about that right now. It's a separate video. I mentioned that. But I want to mention a thing on the TV news. And I want to say about booze and drugs. This is evident, you know, with booze as well as illegal drugs. I want to make my argument that it's not conspiracy. They do it on purpose to kill certain people, to kill the population to a certain extent. But they also do it to get over. They'll take any filler, anything poisonous, something that should be thrown away in the garbage, instead of spending money to throw it away or dumping it into the sewers or dumping it into anywhere, you know, instead of like whether they dump it illegally to get it over or throw it, or actually spend actual money and have it taken away. But they give it to you to ingest through damn near anything. It could be your illegal or legal drugs, your food, your water, your booze. And I say it's a little bit of both, and the same dealers or distributors such things, maybe they do a little bit of both. And as far as like illegal drugs, you know, you hear about these stories about everything from crocodile, people they put in cocaine, they're mixing rat poison. Well, with drugs, they'll take anything as a filler, you know, if anything, if it's white or whatever too, to mix in with something. They do that to get over and then be long gone by time, you know, the consumer of the stuff knows the difference. But then, you know, in cases like crocodile or something, what they do is, one, it can be a person doesn't have the capital, say, to buy and resell an illegal drug, or they make it. There's different ways where they can say, oh, geez, you know, throw damn near anything, you know, make a fast buck and run, you know, I mean, and person injects it into their system. Fuck, you don't even, certain kind of people, if you want to buy steroids online, you know, or if you go the athletic route, if you want to get beefed up on steroids, either athletically, or if you want to be one of the enforcers and beater-uppers and lake breakers for the certain levels of drug dealers on the streets, even though they're not a cartel, and people will get by the steroids. It's for that purpose. They may want to be the enforcing class, you know what I mean? If you want to talk about the story of your enslavement, that's the, I talk about the other farm, aside from countries being farmed, pure streets and boroughs. The culture outside of the police state enforcing class, there's still an enforcing class there that where everybody else is saying you got to be on this side or the other side, like these other lot of YouTubers I noticed are onto that fact. Anyway, yeah, you can. There's the person that will sell something like that, damn near sell anything under the sink just to get over. Not even about making, you know, methamphetamine and anything, you know, if you're heroin in a needle. Throw damn near anything, you know, into a needle and sell it to them and inject it and kill them just to make fast bucks. But then there's the other people, you know, there are dealers out there that, you know, people be buying this heroin, and I was telling other people too, yeah, there's the opioid epidemic stuff that's killing people. Make the fast money any way can make it. Then you got the big time dealers that want to go where the money is, sell the celebrities, that people that got a lot of money. People that are more highly educated than us that have all this money, they're doing all kind of different drugs now for whatever reason. And you know, there's some of them that have the nice cars. They're getting nice cars and driving expensive cars, you know, selling people shit. They want to go where the money is. They don't want to kill them, but yet you got these dealers out there that want to go where the money is. And unlike the lower level street dealers that just want to sell anybody anything, they'll sell you anything that's not even the drug and be long gone. You got the bigger time dealer, don't want to be bothered with that, don't want to be bothered with the person that's barely has any money, doesn't even hardly have an occupation, still living with their parents, stealing from parents, stealing from their neighbors just to get one fix, and they repeatedly come back. Some of these higher level people, yeah, they don't want that shit. It draws attention to themselves. The higher level, the lower level, you know, and it's not only easier for police to catch, you know, they roll on each other and all that, you know what I'm saying? The higher level dealer would be the kind of person that would just, this person's a pain in the ass. They don't hardly have any money. They don't get this little bit of money off of them. They don't want a whole bunch of them coming around. So what they might do is, well, crocodile or anything, other kind of things, just slip you something on purpose, get rid of you, pain in the ass, you know? Oh, geez. Oh, well, accidentally dead, you know what I mean? So it's, you can have these conspiracy theories like about killing the population, that happens, but I mean, you got a little bit of that going on too. It ain't damn hard to figure out, you know what I mean? Now, you know, government sanctioned, you know, legalized pot. They could put things in there to damage your brain just enough, you know, keep you by it. Oh, it's not addictive, but yeah, just like tobacco and cigarettes, put a filler in it, do something different to it to get you addicted. Every time somebody else decides to, instead of having a war on drugs, just, hey, states need more revenue, just like sell it to everybody. Oh, it's for the sick. And definitely I'm not going to say I don't have no empathy for the sick, you know, either. You know, if there's stuff that people with these different kind of seizures and it's helping them, yeah, absolutely. But the danger of even the sick, they can actually act like they're noble and helping the sick, and it will for a while, but you have a danger of now everybody wanting to be sick. They can easily, there's a door open where they can easily sell you something. Oh, you got anxiety, encouraging, you're sick, right? You need this. Everybody wants to be sick. And say you even have small things wrong with you that you can have alternative methods of dealing with it yourself. You take this shit, you know, it damages certain parts of you and makes you sick. And then they say, oh, they'll give you this other mixture of this legal drug to help you. They write on to that, you know. and it can maybe have already damaged a part of your brain, nervous system, damn near anything. Oh yeah, they just changed, slap a different label, give you something else, slap a different label, call it something else, or give you a different version of this. And then under the guise of trying to help you, they can be damaging even certain people that are legitimately sick, you know what I'm saying? And you might get some of them that all of a sudden they're getting sicker, and they'll tell you, oh, no different than fucking psychotropics. And I'm not a Scientologist, but yeah, I agree with that Citizens Commission on Human Rights. There's just questions now that leader of Scientology, what the fuck happened to his wife and everything else. And you see that stuff on Joe Rogan. Like, you're not going to say every single Scientologist that joined the group is a bad person either, but there's something creepy about that organization. But yet, we all should have the right to question other kind of what is going in our systems, these drugs. And another thing I really meant to talk about in this video too, they're putting fucking methanol in the booze. If you got this far in the video, 11 minutes of this video, I should start it over and just, I'll keep this video up and maybe just make another video and talk specifically about the booze, because that's what I really wanted this video to be about. Okay, and food and booze, you know, I mean, they'll, especially booze, if they don't put water in it, people can put water in it, water something down, and you know that's probably done. They could water down milk, they could water down, well, they put corn syrup in stuff that's not alcoholic. Well, there was like a lost thing on TV. I saw a small controversy, didn't hear anything more of it. Now, one commercial was calling out another beer saying they put corn syrup in their beer, you know. But people have been known to put things that are poison, whether accidentally or on purpose. Or when people go into these resorts now, they found out the FBI seizing certain amounts of booze. I don't know, maybe certain these other countries have a love-hate relationship with tourists. They like the money it brings in, but they don't like whether Americans or somebody else in their other country. And certain ones, and they're just giving them shit for them and killing them, you know what I mean? But, you know, you got to wonder if people can be putting little traces of certain amounts in your beer, your wine, your whiskey, that maybe you drink because maybe you got pains to. And then, you know, what should we do? Just everybody go back to maybe just brewing their own beer, you know? I mean, craft beers have been getting popular, especially in our Pittsburgh news, you know what I mean? But that's freaking creepy. There was this thing years ago, I was still doing college classes. I remember China, there's some Chinese milk producers that went to jail because their babies were dying. They were putting something that was very harmful. I think that it was fine in plastic. I'm saying this from memory. I mean, you guys can look it up. I'll look it up at cyanide or something chemical, mixing it with the milk that actually contains cyanide, whatever, you know, all kind of fucking shit. Whatever the fuck it was, I don't remember. I'm saying from memory. But instead of watering down the milk, they put it in, put this shit in there, and it, you know, it killed people's babies. And there was people that their babies died. They put them in prison for life, but they were actually screaming for the death penalty. But anyway, like, so like, well, anyway, in beer, I think methanol or whatever there's some shit that they were putting in there. I think that's that methanol. They're fucking putting that as an additive for fucking gasoline, for fuck's sakes. I mean, Jesus Christ. So who is to say that, like, you can be a tourist somewhere, you can be in somewhere, or you gotta watch some shady places where you can go that, like, people you don't know, like, to serve beer, you know. I'm not saying every single place is gonna do this, but strange places that you don't know that don't know you, you know, you don't know what they could. I mean, I seen this. This was in the movie Desperado, that action movie with Antonio Banderas, if you got this far in this video. I almost want to say, you know, the Cheech and Chong guy, Cheech, that was known for his movies, like the Reefer Madness thing. But I almost want to say, in my own way, Cheech might have been warning people about this shit. That you go into a strange place, or maybe somebody don't like you, be careful how you treat your people that serve you your fast food or just serve you your beer. Don't be an asshole rude to them, because they can piss in it. So Cheech was in there. Two women were complaining about the bartender, right, in there, and he was going, and on the side is the sign in the bar. Well, because the bar in the movie was a place where they didn't want nobody in there, they put a sign: the client is never right, and all that. The client is always wrong. And so these two girls and all that, were complaining. And he was, and then when they were leaving, Cheech goes, "Yeah, we piss in it, and then when the people they leave the bar, Cheech is going to his friend. It's like, don't people know not to come in here? So how do you know if it ain't just the ethanol thing? You go to a strange place, foreign place, whether you're a tourist. The last thing you want to do is to be really self-righteous and ignorant and rude to somebody behind there that could be serving you your drink or serving your fast food, because I heard people I knew that worked fast food that told me some stories here too. If you want to go to have a beef about something, which I told my mother this, and my mother don't be like act like the Queen of England yelling at somebody behind the counter. I mean, quite frankly, if you got this far in the video, if I was a manager, I would just, in front of everybody, somebody's all yell, all right, here, But then I was going to do another video, this is what I'm going to tell you, a separate subject matter for a separate video, that I would talk about about being rude, whether you're behind a desk serving an individual in your job, or if you're rude to somebody on a desk. This is the cutest thing I ever seen. I got to tell you this, and some of the people that know me and see my videos, this might give you a little chuckle, and this is a true story, okay? A hot dog shop, a chain that's in my area, which this got to say a lot for people that unnecessarily act like the Queen or King of England, if there's something about their satisfaction isn't right. They put up this sign. It was in a particular location. I had breakfast in there one time. I had to laugh because this is true. The sign actually said, say we gave you a free meal and fired the staff behind the desk or what have you. Fired the waiters, waitresses, closed up the shop, and had the manager shot. Would that be satisfactory to you? That is so damn good. If I was actually in there right now, I would put that, take a picture of that and put that on Facebook, because that shit is so true. So even though I was talking in this video about how some things that people do, well, there's things, aside from, I didn't want this video to be completely about people wanting to kill the population, people doing this. It's also about people that put shit in there, whether it's a filler, a harmless filler, or garbage, to sell, to get over and stretch something out. Fast foods do it with, milkshakes. And people do it with every fucking thing, If it isn't watering down a corn syrup, it's stretch things out, get something cheaper and sell it to you. Lie to you and say it's meat and a hot dog, and actually it's a bunch of filler. But yeah, if you want something that is a veggie dog and you don't want meat that's made out of this filler and it's veggie, there's a product for people too, and you can sell it to somebody as that and not, lie to people. Those people don't have to worry about, you don't got to lie to those people until it's meat, but you could put bad fillers in something too that can hurt people. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and there was stories like the Chi-Chi's train. You could get something that's tainted, or you have things out there, you're picking it somewhere, and people way out there, not everybody's going to have their hands washed. Or you could have somebody in there, their job is their job picking that. They just piss anywhere they feel like it, And you got some asshole that there was some indictments too. I remember in the past, people in restaurants, they have a beef with their employer. Their employer can't stand the customers, and again, watch how, then you get somebody that say the customer didn't treat them bad, or it's just their employer. They just go somewhere, piss in the actual food, or go in a bathroom, put their... Yeah, there was some shit like that, caused people to get sick and get hepatitis, and they put this dude away for a long time. I mean, you know, there were people that they didn't have anybody directly do anything to them. Maybe out of beef with the restaurant they're working for, the employer, and then they don't like people, just damn near anybody. They don't fucking know who's eating that food. You know, the person who gets sick or gets out is just somebody out there innocent who didn't do a damn thing to them, and they just... But so if you got anything out of this video, you got that where people will be in somewhere, have access to food and different things. Well, not necessarily a conspiracy to kill the population, but some psycho, if they can't get a hold of a gun, if you want to have gun control, you know, they'll budget somebody with a brick, and if they can't get a brick, they'll go somewhere that serves food, and fucking they want to be a serial killer and they think it's funny, and they'll do something and poison somebody with food. And then if they get caught, they can get in jail for a long... Oh, and I don't remember this. You can look this up specifically. I saw, you might be able to find this on YouTube, but I saw on television a documentary about this cult leader, this woman from this one country. I think it was an eastern country. She was trying to get a Midwestern town. I don't remember if it was state Arizona or something. And she wanted to get her and her people in the cult take out the, I don't know if it was the mayor of the mayor of town, and political people in the town, right? Oh, and then, yeah, she tried to run back to her country. I'm pretty sure they extradited her from that country. I'm saying this from memory. I want to look this up myself, but she actually, it ruined the restaurant, right? And she got with her cult members and told them to fill a spray, and I don't remember if it was salmonella or some kind of thing. That, more than one thing, that there's a couple different diseases that, you know, you could get in veggies, you know, that kills people. One of those, I don't remember if it was salmonella, E. coli, or there's a bunch of shit. And they were told their cult leaders to go in the restaurant like they were going to eat and sneak and spray it in the salad bar on purpose. And it killed a bunch of people, and this one guy that owned the restaurant, when it was all over, his livelihood was basically down the toilet. Nobody would eat in that restaurant anymore. Killed his business. But, yeah, I think the cult was getting to be like a high following and everything, but somehow, but yeah, she was, so there was a lot of shit going on, you know what I mean? Oh, right. Turn this on.